Hi everyone, Sean in the video here. Just wanted to go over a couple of the new updates that this order flow had come up with, and to help getting into the surge scalp and understand which surges would be ideal for different situations and the information that it does give you. All right. So first, I'm going to go here to this order flow. All right. Now these are the basic settings. All right. Mine I have for what I'm looking for, like the PLC, I have, bright yellow, showing the value areas. All right. Well, these are just the basic settings. I like to see the imbalances. I have show imbalances, inverse stacked imbalances, because you can have them either way. All stacked imbalances. I like the inverse. Um, let's see. Then I have all my normal settings that are going here. So let's just get back down to the surge area here. Here we go. So surge bars. You have standard opacity percent, that's zero point 0.4. Uh, when it comes out, it's 0.75. I put mine to zero point 0.4 just so it stands out a little bit more. All right. And then for the strong one, this is right over here. These are the stronger bars. So this one has a bar. If it's a long bar, the next bar will close above it. All right. And for a short bar, the one will close below it, showing that the strength of the surge is actually forcing in the direction of the trade. All right. So that comes out of the box at 0.95. All right. So that looks good. So everything else is the same. Let's see. Traffic lights. Actually, I'm gonna leave those off for the moment, and that all looks good. So click OK. Now I'm gonna bring up my chart here. I'm still having issues with Ninja. So there we go. All right. So my crosshairs like normal. Everything looks good. Now, let's show you a couple of differences here. Let's see. Sorry, next to the perfect. All right. So with the surge and how it shows up, all right. Typically, you have your triangles with your surge, okay? And let's see if we get really good. There we go. Perfect. So right here, you have your triangle. This is a surge. This bar closed down, all right? So this one is not that bright, but this one here with the buy signal, surge, this bar closed up, so you had a stronger surge signal. Same thing here, all right? Scroll through, this surge, this bar closed up, weaker signal, all right? This one here, weaker signal. Now, doesn't mean that those don't work for the surge scalp, just it's showing. It's like this one here. This one closed down, and then right here, you technically have a trend lock setup. All right. This one here ended up working better, but this is a good example here. So now you had the trend lock setup here. We had a strong down surge here. You see right at this level, it took over. There were strong surges pushing up with absorption right on through. All right. So understanding that where we are here, you had absorption. You had a strong surge here. It's a little weaker surge here. Came back down, weaker surge with absorption afterwards. All right. So even though they were pushing up with delta, you had strong negative delta that couldn't get anywhere. And then price took off afterwards. All right. Pushed right through all, look at this delta building up right here, right through all these sellers. And it just kept going. All right. Now with this one here, we have our Since there's two bars, actually there's three bars in a row. You actually have, with the absorption and everything that's there, this is a whole zone of surge. Price came back right into this area. Look at this scalp right from here. You had three surge bars, strong surges, each one of them. I put the zone on all three bars because at that point there, you just have a lot of surge pressure here. Came here, this one closed up. All right. Would have just tagged you out if you were going just for the full bar, but if you're going for the 15, would have been, let's see. I think I have it right now. Oh, okay. So, and you go from here. That's 14 and a half points, 15 points. You still would have been in this one. And for the 15 points, right to there. All right, 15 and a quarter, but still, you see. So this one still would have worked for the 15-15. All right. And since this was a surge into trend lock, then up here, trend lock would have been to there, 20 points. All right. Now, see if we see a couple of the little examples here. Okay, so you had a weak surge here. You had a bit of chop, and then having a strong surge here. Broke down below, grabbed the liquidity that was from right here. See this buying balance right here. All right. So this buying balance here, it never got below there. It pulled back up from there. There's your surge scout. All right. See if we look a little further. Strong one here. Two bars. This is two of them. Came right here, tagged right in. No heat on that one. That brings you right up to 450. And this here would be a surge scalp to trend lock. Perfect. Just perfect. All right. And this is where the surge scalp helps with the trend lock because you actually get in right here. You're not waiting for the cross up over here on this candle. Okay. So you can actually get a little bit earlier of an entry. This one here, you actually have a little bit of a pullback here, but there was no surge. You can see the surge area is still down here. So we came right back into where these buyers surged up. And then right here, see, it didn't even make it there. Came back, they tried selling it again to bringing it down. With these, trying to trap these traders right here with the absorption, 106 contracts, pushing it down. Trap traders here, pushing down to reverse trap traders, pushing back to the upside. All right. So you could see the fight happening. You had these buyers here pushing it up. Sellers stepped in here or profit taking, one or the other. Up to here, this was sellers right here, forcing it down. They forced it down. They couldn't get past these buyers. All right. These buyers that were right here that surged this up, these were market orders. The surges are market orders. The absorption, that's passive sellers. All right. That means that there's orders sitting here that the buyers couldn't get through. All right. And that ends up pushing the price back down. Came back over and they pushed up and they had more absorption up here because these sellers wanted to make sure that they could try to get their price back down. So they moved their orders from here up a little bit higher. Okay. And pushed it back down. But right here, you can see the buyer stepped in again to push price back up. This here, nice actually. This right here, it's actually a trend lock here, but you can see, look at this here. You have a surge right here, strong surge. Now we're pretty much going to the upside, so looking for a short at this moment. If you're looking at the 5 minute, we're up and above. The 1 minute, we're kind of in between. So considering the 5 minutes up and above, we're still looking for lows. All right. So you have a weak surge here. You had a strong surge right up here because that's a bright red up top. Okay. Effectively, do this here with this zone. All right. This zone down here. Move that. And then you actually had a zone right here with this surge. Okay. This came, it pulled back in right here. Put it in right here. Good, good, good. Voila. 25 points. 10 bars. Okay. Um, and you guys get the idea. All right. Didn't want to make this too long of a video, but get your settings in and you can see the surge signals just as they go. And one other thing is, if you're looking at it, we're looking at the color of the S's. They're not so bright to being brighter. So it actually transitions from the diamonds, the triangles, to the S's, and it all goes. So even if you scrolled out, you could still see the intensity difference. Okay? All right. Hope that helps you all, and have a great weekend.